What's up, guys? Welcome to the Stats Free Sports channel. Let's get right into it. Here to bring you my Week 14 Heisman Watch List. These videos are coming to an end very, very soon. Week 14, the upcoming games, December 2nd, December 3rd. After those games, the Heisman Trophy winner should be really etched in stone. And it's kind of clear as day right now who it is, but we'll work our way to it. Let's get through the entire list. Quick recap of last week. My number 5, Bijan Robinson. 4, Max Duggan. 3, Blake Corum. 2, Caleb Williams. And 1, CJ Stroud. That's for last week's list, week 13. Now this is week 14. So let's start at number 5, Bijan Robinson. I think he holds that spot down pretty well. Had a great year so far. As mentioned last week, best running back in football, put up insane numbers. He looks insane. Like even though Texas lost 2 or 3, 4 games, he deserves to be in that spot. He ended up getting to the top 5 only because of Hendon Hooker being hurt. Bo Nix losing to Bo Nix lost last week to somebody, and then also Bo Nix could have probably came back in the top 5, but they blew the 28-point lead yesterday to Oregon State. So it was like, yeah, Bo Nix is definitely gone, no question about it. Stetson Bennett, who's honorable mention, had a okay year, even though Georgia is undefeated and the best team in football. He's just not doing enough to me personally to get in the top 5. But he's definitely been honorable mention, no question about it, all year long for me. The winning helps, but he hasn't really been spectacular. Drake Maye, the loss of Georgia Tech last week really killed it for him. If he beats Clemson this upcoming week, maybe he can get back in the top 5. But even still, Clemson, they're not what they used to be. Their name doesn't hold weight like that right now. So even if he does beat Clemson, that's not unexpected. It's not crazy. So he probably was still honorable mention. So Bijan Robinson's spot might be etched in stone in the top 5, probably. So he's number 5 for me. Number 4, this is where it switches up at. Last week I had Max Duggan. This week I have Blake Corum. He takes one step down. Michigan beats Ohio State. But as we all know, if you watch the game, Blake Corum didn't play at all during that game. Well, he played, 2 or 3 snaps, ran the ball 2 or 3 times, 6 to 8 yards, and that was it. Michigan beat Ohio State without him. He takes a little step back there. But outside of that, he's been fantastic, as I said, all year. I've been raving about him. If he could have played this game and did the performance that Donovan Edwards did later in that game, them 2 big runs, 2 touchdowns, over 100 yards again on Ohio State, then he might have could have been the leader. He might have could have been the leader, but the knee injury he took last week, the helmet to the knee injury is very nasty. I feared he wouldn't play. He tried out. The team and himself, I guess, thought he wasn't fit to play, which they should have known anyway. That injury takes a couple weeks to heal up. So it was cool to try to play. Very heroic, very manly of him, but it wasn't the best decision. So, but they won without him, so that's a good thing. He still has a 1 week to perform, to get a little higher on his list. But the win it's probably out of the running for him to actually win it. But he might can finish top 3, top 2, depending on what happens next week. When Michigan plays, I have the schedule right here on Purdue. But they are expected to beat on Purdue, so it won't be that impressive. He gotta go for about 250 probably to really move up or something maybe. But we'll see. But right now, Blake Corum running back at number 4. So right now, 5 and 4 are 2 running backs, the best 2 running backs. Well, I won't say the best 2 in college football, but I say Robson number 1. I like Gibbs a lot, but Corum's definitely played like number 1, number 2 best back in the college football right now. So I'll give it those 2 guys, great running backs. Number 3, Max Duggan. So him and Blake Corum just switched spots. Max Duggan had a great year so far. They blew out the team yesterday. I forgot who they played, but they blew him out. They mollywopped him. He falls at number 3. Not much to say there. The team's undefeated. He's doing an awesome job. He's top 3. It's tough for him to get to win it, honestly. It's tough. USC plays, I think, Utah again for the Pac-12 title. If for some reason Caleb Williams falters and looks terrible or get injured or something and plays less than 3 quarters, then it's a possibility Max Duggan might can creep in. They play a tough team and rank currently ranked 15 is doing this video, Kansas State. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm doubtful Duggan can win, but it's definitely a chance still. Number 3. Number 2, CJ Stroud. I know they lost. I know they got mollywopped. I know Stroud, he didn't look bad, but he didn't look great either. But I will, like I said, I did a video on it yesterday. I blamed Ohio State loss on Jim Knowles, the D coordinator from Ohio State, for Ohio State. He played it terrible, kept playing man for some reason, for no reason. Trying to stop the run, doing zero blitz. Okay, you got burnt 2 times in the first half. You come to halftime, make adjustments, and you still get burnt again with the third quarter touchdown off man cover to the tight end, Loveland or something, whatever his name was. That's ridiculous. That's on him. That's 3 touchdowns in man coverage that should not have happened. I'll give you one. I'll give you one, man coverage, cool, trying to stop the run. You got caught slipping. Then 2 to the second guy, and then another one to the tight end. And then after that, they had 2 other ones, 2 big runs by the running back, Donovan Edwards, the backup guy for Blake Corum. He had himself a good game, a great second half. So yeah, that to me is on Ohio State's defense, defensive coordinator. And but like I said, that kind of forced Ohio State's game plan to change. That kind of forced Ohio State as a team to tighten up, to play real tight, to really force the issue. And CJ Stroud threw the ball 48 times. So that wasn't part of the game plan. That wasn't part of the script. And he played okay. He played okay. So he does take 1 step down. He's not on the leaderboard no more, but I won't drop him off. Can he win it? As I said, it's possible. Same as Max Duggan. It's possible, highly unlikely. But Caleb Williams has to struggle or get injured the first quarter, the first half, and struggle versus, I hope it don't happen, knock on wood, but against Utah. And that's possible. Anything's possible. But right now, I think number 1, as you know, Caleb Williams, I think he got it locked down. I think he has a lockdown. Like I said, he has a lay an egg or get suspended or not, or get hurt most of the game or something like that to not show anything for Stroud or Duggan or Corum to take over number 1. So it's very tough. It's very tough for Williams to lose it. But like I said, it is possible. Things do happen. But right now, I think Williams is far and away right now, not even close, the leaderboard, the leader on top of the leaderboard for the Heisman Watch List. And I want to give a shout out to Hooker, who I did mention earlier. He's also in my honorable mentions list. Had the Heisman on lock for the first 8-9 weeks. Lost to Georgia, and ever since then, he was at 2 for a couple weeks. Then he tore his ACL and off the list entirely. But he's definitely top honorable mention, man. He had a phenomenal year. But yeah, that's my top 5. Bijan Robinson, Blake Corum, Max Duggan, CJ Stroud, and so I'll read some real quick. I was reading some while talking, and Caleb Williams was number 1 right now. So that's it for video, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys next time.